So even doing something like this?
This is not what she expected when the journey started. A simple stroll became a challenge.
Just to take a short walk like this?
Yes, so like going from here to there would be too much.
A struggle.
And I'd have to sit down and take a breath, take a rest.
A dramatic change from life's normal pace.
I was just a young, healthy 26-year-old who used to Irish dance for fun and work hard in my career.
Cynthia asked that we only use her first name, a registered nurse whose own health took a turn when COVID set in.
When I got it in October of 2020, my initial 2 weeks were as expected. You know, I couldn't smell or taste. It just felt like a really bad cold.
Instead of getting better after a couple weeks, she felt worse in the months that followed. Trouble breathing, a bad cough, and issues with her heart rate.
I was getting overwhelming left-sided chest pain and then extreme fatigue and activity intolerance. I was completely healthy before this, so I had no other issues. And then suddenly I get COVID and I have all these issues.
Cynthia is a long COVID patient, what some call a long hauler, people living with post-COVID symptoms.
My biggest barrier is the chest pain. It never goes away. It's just there all the time, and it's a matter of moderate, severe, or mild.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says post-COVID conditions are a wide range of new, returning, or ongoing health problems people can experience 4 or more weeks after first being infected with the virus that causes COVID-19.
We really can't predict who is going to resolve the infection pretty quickly and the people who are going to continue to have symptoms.
Dr. Julie Biller is a pulmonologist and director of the Froedtert and Medical College of Wisconsin post-COVID-19 care program. She says they're seeing several common symptoms such as fatigue, persistent cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, and brain fog. Since the program started in January, she says they've seen more than 500 patients. Most are under the age of 65, some as young as 18 years old.
When does it end?
The various specialists follow the patients until they either have resolution of their symptoms or are on a stable treatment program. For some people, it may be long-standing care within certain specialties for quite a long time. We don't know yet.
So you're one of the first patients?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I've been treated for about 10 months with this program.
Cynthia meets with specialists like Dr. Biller, and she's been able to return to work part-time.
I actually went through physical therapy to get me from being essentially in a bed-bound state to be able to tolerate work. So I've come a long way. So now I can do about a 20-minute walk or low-impact exercises like aerobic exercises. So.
Progress and promise in a time of unknowns.
I have an identical twin sister, and we both got COVID at the same time. She is completely normal. So it just goes to show with even two people that are the closest in genetics that you possibly can have, this is truly an unpredictable condition.
A condition she and others are trying to better understand. Cynthia is part of 3 studies. Her situation could help answer some questions about long COVID.
I know from other groups that I've talked to, long haul COVID groups, that a lot of people don't feel like they're heard and that they're not believed. Part of the reason why I'm sharing my story is because I want people to know that this is something that's real. It's affecting people's lives for a very long time.
Determined to get back what COVID took away.
Eventually, I really would love to do the things that I used to do, like Irish dance, which is pretty tough to do.
She sees specialists in pulmonology, cardiology, and other areas, and now takes medication. Dr. Biller says the Froedtert and Medical College program is sharing some information with another post-COVID program in the Milwaukee area. That one is at Ascension, Wisconsin. The National Institutes of Health recently announced an investment of $470 million to help get a better understanding of this condition affecting so many people.